Hi, YouTube. Hi, Facebook. Everybody be quiet. I'm about to bring in Instagram and we're going to have a good morning show. I haven't seen all three of you at the same time since Destiny's Child. So let's do it.
Oh, the breakfast, 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 the breakfast. The breakfast, I told you that yesterday. The breakfast, I told you yesterday. Now, secondary yesterday was awesome. Glory to God. And you tell God, thank you for the grits and the eggs and cheese. I told you that yesterday. Now you really hungry. Now you are hungry. You got me on the spot right here in the spirit of the Lord. And I can't come down because you did.
Well, good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook. And good morning, YouTube. My name is Boots. I am the hip hop oracle, intuitive reader extraordinaire. And it is the 4th of Gay Live. And it's a motherfucking lie because you know they stole that land from them damn people and then said they got independence. That ain't independence, that's theft. But we got a felon as our president, so who give a fuck? I'm just getting back from cruising and I have a little bit of a head cold, my darling. But I'm still here, ready, available, and I cannot wait to serve you this morning. Really quickly, I just wanted to thank each and every person who saw me through that. What should we call that? That demonic excursion. And to show my gratitude, this will be the last time in a very long time that I do this, but 50% is off everything from my store to my music to my readings to the classes, especially that last business class I just taught. 50% off of everything using code RENEW. That's RENEW, okay? I can't believe Facebook's over here. We started over there. So shout out to Facebook. Code RENEW will take 50% off of everything until Sunday. I'm going to take this into a brief break, get myself together, and then I will be ready to perform for you today, this morning, darlings. Happy 4th of July once more. And look, we're going to get to celebrate 11/11 together this morning, so it's going to be nice. Tell your sister that I'm live. I know it's the morning, but my weekend begins now, and your weekend will begin right after I get done with you. One moment, I'll be right back.
I know you wanna be like me. I wanna lash and see how I see. I need to see me on TV, looking so natural, lashes on fleek. I know that you mad cause I'm free. I rolled the house down with cameras on me. Here with the trends and ways that they be. I have a team constituency. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink like me. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink like me. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink like me. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink. I know you wanna blink like me. I know you wanna blink like me. I wanna lash and see how I see. I know you see me on TV, looking so natural, lashes on fleek. I know that you're mad cause I'm free. I rolled the house down with cameras on me. Hair with the dreads or wigs that they beat. I have a team constituency. Watch all my moves like food I do eat. And I don't like the crap, so crown me the king. Put it on the throne, so move out my seat. I'm not a pastor, but you know that I'm free. I know you wanna be like me. I wanna lash and see how I see. But if you knew what I been through, you pop like balloons and fold like a crease. I know you wanna be like me, pop on the lash and see how I see. I know you see me on TV, looking so natural, lashes off me. I know you're mad cause I'm free, I broke the house down with cameras on me. Hair with the dreads and wigs and baby. I have a T cause it's USC. I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play like me. I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play like me. I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play like me. I know you wanna play, I know you wanna play like Toby. Now, look at a nigga have him gone in a minute. You say he'll waste big titties, new bitch. I wanna eat how I eat. Disrespect niggas and speak how I speak. Lit bitch, real lit bitch. Need a nigga with racks and a real big dick. I am a hypnotized man, nigga. When you look at me, body this is fine. It's a crime, don't look at me. They wanna know what I know. Make it from the bottom and glow how I glow. Rock on my looks. Make the voice stare. Lead a whole shook. You know it. I get the cash and I blow it. Team breaks out once, but strippers I blow it. Brand new teeth, first time and I show it. Love getting birthday shots and I pawn it. Bitch, real lit bitch. Need a nigga with racks and a real big dick. I'm a hypnotize me a nigga when he look at me. Body just as fine as a crime. Throw the book at me. Ow. I'm a hypnotize me a nigga when he look at me. Body just fine as a crime. Throw the book at me. Ow. Boots. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Watch the breakdown. Let me hear you scream. Selling cars, bitches ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh. Hi everybody, my name is Boots. I am the hip hop oracle, intuitive reader extraordinaire. I feel the energy of people, places, and things, and based on that energy and a tarot card deck of my own design, I can accurately foreshadow your future and advise you to your wildest dreams. Now, Monday through Friday, I typically go live to render my free gift of psychic readings to you absolutely free. And I take the first free back because the gift is free, but my time is definitely not. But Monday through Friday, I try to go live at least once a day to render it to you, just to get you intrigued about, let's just say, some metaphysical sciences and some belief systems you might find avant-garde. I present it to you in an entertaining way. However, the gift, darling, is definitely valid. And if you will validate my gift on all major platforms right now by giving me crystal ball and boot emojis, I will appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Coming up on the 17th of July, I would have been in business for 10 years. And cheers to 10 more. I absolutely love what I do. And because of you, I am able to continue doing what I do. Because of you, I'm able to afford the lifestyle that I live in. Because of you, I feel like I'm not so alone, even though I do live alone with a cat and a dog. And I was born into this world as an orphan. For the first time in my life, I feel like I have people who support me. So thank you for being that support system. And I hope that my gift, as well as who I am as a person, supports you as well. It is truly inversely and reciprocal, our connection, both collectively and individualistically with my clientele. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for just everything. Yeah. So back to the announcement. It's 11:11 right now. So let us all just make a wish really quickly and then we shall proceed. God of the universe, God of love, God of light, the only wish that I have on today is that everybody feel as renewed as I do after the purge of what was last weekend. What was your wish? Give me star emojis and let me know in the comment section right now. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's talk, girls. Yeah, Monday through Friday, I'm right here sitting in this chair reading you. Typically, it's in the afternoon around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anywhere between those two times, I try to go live to render what I'm capable of showing you I'm capable of, which is greatness, just like you are.
And I'm glad you guys have been tuning in for 10 years. It means the world to me. The tip jar, if you go to my website right now, www.bootztarot, and you hit that tip jar button, you are able to purchase readings all the time. I never close. But if you ask Minnie Lee,
close your legs to married men.
And I'll be like,
She.
But I never indeed close, darling. And typically it takes me 24 to 48 hours to return your questions, comments, or concerns from the tip jar. That includes customer service, except weekends, because Mother does not work on Saturdays or Sundays, okay? Yeah, and it's a variety of readings on that page. So if you are new, just make sure you're reading what you purchased before you purchase it, and I will get back to you personally within 24 to 48 hours. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. Clients, you have 3 days to use your booking pass from May and June. If you are a new client of mine and you would like to acquire about my services, please click on the private readings department of the same website that I just listed, that being www.bootztarot.com. Click on the private readings department and fill out the appropriate form. Once your form is approved, you will have access to my schedule and next day scheduling appointment services. And that's where the real work is done. You know, this is the entertainment. This is where I cast my line out to see who kind of could use very talented, and I also like to say the best psychic experience that you can have. And in our appointments is when we get a little bit more in depth and we go a little bit deeper. And I thank you guys for taking the bait. And not only taking the bait, eating it off of the hook and bettering your lives through my services. Again, 10 years in the game, y'all. You're fucking with the best. And you definitely want to come see me. Now, look, if you do not have a booking pass and you don't purchase it before Sunday, you're going to have to purchase it to get on my July scheduler. But it's okay. Booking passes are only $20. So make sure that you guys are getting what you need to get done so that we can have some psychic fun one-on-one. And for everything that I sell, including the stuff in my store, by the way, shout out to the 200th order we had when I was on that cruise of the Bootz perfume. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, bitch, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and tell y'all that I am enjoying my fragrance anymore. Let's just say I got drenched in my fragrance when I was on that boat, but we're gonna talk about that shortly. But it is a really good fragrance, and it is actually now my top seller right underneath Pan. The Pan candle of last season still takes the cake. And I have one left that will be going off into your raffle for next week. So make sure you look at those raffle tickets that are located in the tip jar. And you just might get the second to last Pan candle that I have left from the first round that I had in my store. Yes. And again, that website is www.shop. That's SHOP Boots, BOOTZ.com. And you can check out the entire Noir collection that I dropped a month ago, I think. 3 weeks, month. Yeah, it hadn't been that long, but we're doing so well that it feels like we've been in business forever. So thank you for giving me that. Yeah. Yes. Spell casting. I have so many spells that I've written since I've gotten back, and I cannot wait to share them all with you. If you are interested in my spell casting services, check out the spells department on that website as well, and you will be able to see exactly what a nigga bitch is capable of. Yeah, I said nigga bitch. Say something about it. And I don't know how I'm doing right now because I'm looking at 3 cameras, not just one. I'm used to just looking straight ahead, but I can see myself up here on the big screen, and I see myself over here in the cut with Facebook. So if it looks like I'm having Tourette's or schizophrenia right now, well, I think I might have both of those anyway, but that's why. I told y'all I was going to bring your favorite platform, right? Well, I told y'all I was going to bring your favorite platform back, right? Lord, I'm sorry. My mouth is still not up. I was just really ambitious to see you guys today in this setting, so I kind of got ready a little quickly. So am I doing all right? Okay. I hope I am. Last thing to announce, my music. All the music that you will hear on this show is produced by myself. Not produced, but I am the artist behind the music. So if you're interested in any of my music, check out DJINNBOOTZ. That's Djinn Bootz on all major platforms. And you can get my new song called Boots Noir. It's a really good record. Yeah. And last but not least, I just wanted to again remind everybody that this will be the last 50% discount code in the foreseeable future that I will render unto you. It is code RENEW. That's R-E. Let me sign language. I got people that get reading to take sign language. RENEW. Yes. It is discount code RENEW. So use that discount code to get anything that you need to get done. And just so everybody is abreast, 2,074 readings went out as of today from this week. I have not done a show this week because I have been recovering. So what am I recovering from? I'm about to let you know. We're about to get all into it because I definitely want to do a recap before I get into the readings that we have for today. And again, if your question is not answered on today's show, it will be answered via your technological device within 24 to 48 business hours. That will be on Monday, okay? Also, Facebook, YouTube, hit share, do all of the things. Promote me. And Instagram, we currently have 3,002 people watching, but it's only showing 105. So again, I'm still censored, but we're going to continue to perform regardless. Yeah. I guess we're in good company. The question is, how has your week been? How have you guys been? You okay? You guys okay? I am feeling purged. I'm feeling purged. I'm going to take you through all of the events that led me to being in the space that I'm in right now, and then we will proceed with our lives. Okay. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I got a case from the sheriff's department. No, I'm not going to jail.
You are going to jail.
No, I'm not going to.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Shut up and good morning.
Morning,
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I basically got a case from the sheriff's department. This will be my third case working with the sheriff's department locally here in North Carolina. Right? I knocked that case out of the park. I have respect on my name when it comes to the police department here in my city, and I'm very appreciative for that. Okay? They then send me another case that I was completely stumped on. I mean, completely. Right? And I don't know if you know my resume, but mother don't fucking miss. And that goes for the bitch in the back who's waiting on me to miss on that Didi reading. Nope.
Don't you interrupt me when I start talking, so don't.
Mr. Mays, you are out of order. I'm giving you your warning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Disorderly.
I'm sorry.
I rule you out of order, and I ask that you would be dismissed from this meeting.
Am I gonna miss? Nope. Let's proceed. Anyway, I submitted a bullshit report to the sheriff's department, and it turned out to be a bullshit case because they offered me a part-time position right after that. Okay. Upon deliberating with my squad, myself, my spirit guides, and my mom, I decided to render them a counter offer that they did accept. So I am a secret. Everybody say, shh. I am a secret employee of Charlotte Mecklenburg, but we will not talk about that further than this video. They said I get one freebie, so I'm using it. I am employed by the City of Charlotte Sheriff's Department to investigate cases that they might be stumped on, and I'm very, very excited about the endeavor. So thank you, Officer Mitchell. So something I never thought I saw myself doing. So after that news dropped, it was time to go on a cruise. Now, everybody knows a nigga bitch loves land. A nigga bitch loves plants. A nigga bitch loves animals. A nigga bitch loves putting his bare feet on mud. A nigga bitch loves anything that has to do with earth. Now, I don't know if that has to do with being a Taurus, but the element that governs Taurus is earth, and I like earth. Okay, let's just stay on earth. Okay? So I was a bit reluctant to participate in my first cruise, and particularly because I did not mentally prepare or spiritually prepare. If you guys know me, you guys know that I work myself to the last minute before anything else that I do. You guys are always my utmost priority. Okay. So as I was getting prepared, I found myself breaking the code when it comes to work. And typically when that happens, it's a sign of a burnout. So I was like, okay, I have a vacation right after I feel myself burning out. So let's just go and have a good time. It was curated for the past 2 years by Yes Gemini over here on Instagram. Yeah. She's been begging me to go on a Carnival cruise. I said no. I said hell no. I said hell no to the no.
It's upsetting me in my home, girl, because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to cruise, what the hell could you go?
And basically, my squad was like, bitch, if you don't get on this cruise, we're about to mutiny. So this year, I allowed her to set up a Carnival cruise excursion for me and the girl. Yeah. And before I even tell the story, one adjective to describe the way that cruise went for me is a diabolical blessing. It was a diabolical blessing, and I'm going to tell you why. So, I still had work to do upon me packing my clothes, upon my 2 assistants that always typically come pull up on me. I call them the beams. That is Nikki Gets It Done and Tanisha down here on Instagram. Okay. They get me together. The nails are together. The hair was together. Everything was together. And that night we are packing my bag and I'm ready to go. And again, on this excursion, I decided to go solo. Never again. Never again. Okay, never again. I pack my bag, I get in the car, I go to the airport, I valet my car like I always do, and we're pumping through the airport. Now, I did a couple of live videos in the airport to the point where I'm at the bar calling everybody Big Daddy. Hey, Big Daddy, Big Daddy, Big Daddy. You know. And drinking commenced at that moment. Okay. At that moment, the drinking commenced. All the readings that were in the tip jar, nothing got done. I was really having a good time on live with y'all the entire time, meeting people, passing out business cards. And for those of you guys who needed an example of how to promote yourself, I think you got the example on the Candid Live videos broadcasted on Instagram throughout that entire experience. Okay. 247 business cards were handed directly to people. Okay. Yeah. So I get to the airport. We're at the airport. I fly to Miami. A bad bitch was in Miami. And the first night I get there was the night of my meet and greet. And now, mind you, I told you I did not plan anything. I was just dropping pins and seeing how everything was going to go down or whatever. Okay, so I get into my hotel. It took a minute before they actually opened up my room. And I go down there to the beach. And I think I have me about 2 or 3 mocha latte frappadas, right? Yeah. I mean, the drinking was prevalent. So I won't even recap how much I drank. Because let's just say as a spiritual creature who does not embark upon the worldly ventures quite often. I love my space. I love domestics. I love, coming upstairs, doing my work, going downstairs, getting in the hot tub and minding my business. You guys know how I live my life. Right? So, one thing led to a motherfucking goddamn get another. I'm outside, fully immersed in the energies of the world. Now, prior to that, I cast a hell of a protection spell. It was a combination of the fiery protection spell located on my website and the Cerberus protection spell located on my website. Where my witch is at. I know y'all know what I'm talking about from the front to back. Okay. So even though I feel empathetically the ways of the world and I am dealing with it and coping with it by ways of alcoholism, ways of digesting alcohol and again, alcohol is a libation. So I set out to have me a good motherfucking goddamn gay time, even though before I got on the plane, I had a session with someone who really...
While she's sitting around running around talking about?
So I go to the beach. I go back to the beach, and then I start to remember that, oh God, in less than 24 hours, I got to see somebody who I had a session with who's going to be on this cruise by the name of KJ. I can say her name now because KJ, you are an implemental part of the cruise that made everything great. So yeah. But prior to that, hey, servers, go sit down somewhere. But prior to that, we had an appointment, and let's just say I was highly triggered by this client in a way that I've never been triggered before. I have never been triggered in the way that she triggered me, and she knows where she went wrong now. Okay, we got through it on the cruise, and that was my first hesitancy. But as I get back into my hotel room, I check into my hotel room. I am blessed by the presence of, I'm gonna call her my traveling guardian angel, Miss Tasha Cox on Instagram. She's went with me to Hawaii. She met me in Hawaii. She met me in Vegas. She met me in, I think she missed New York, but she met me in Miami this time around. Everywhere I go, she pulls up to because she's a flight attendant, and I think she flies for free or on a discounted rate, and she's accustomed to traveling. So she serves as a familiar face in foreign locations sometimes, right? But I was very familiar with where I was. I stay at this hotel every time I go to Miami, but it was just good to see her. There was only one person who bought a meet and greet ticket by the name of Mr. Cephas, right? Cephas shows up at my hotel where I tell him to be at 5 o'clock. I fall asleep on his ass. The fuck asleep. I felt so bad. Like I was knocked the fuck out in that hotel. And at this point in time, I'm realizing how hot it is. Like, I'm like, look, I keep my house at 69 degrees because everybody wants to goddamn, hold on, where the sound effect at? Somebody rocking up your nerve.
And I would do it again.
And I was so hot, and I had just walked back from the beach, and I was pumping this whole time. Hence why my figure, oh, looks like that 6 pack. Okay. I was so hot. I was so motherfucking tired. But Cephas ended up waiting. He waited on me to get up. Then he comes into my hotel, and he serves as my assistant, getting me dressed for the meet and greet that happened to be at Wet Willie's that night. Me and Cephas have the most intimate personal time. Not sex, y'all, please, no. I didn't have, or did I have? I didn't have sex with nobody that day. Okay, so we get dressed. Who am I? I'm joined with Tasha and Cephas, and we go to the location that we're going to have the meet and greet. At the meet and greet, we're joined by the cruise coordinator and my girl Hope, who just gave me a new rolling tray that I needed, that I didn't know that I needed until yesterday. So shout out to Miss Hope. They all join me at the meet and greet location. I think I'm live a couple of moments throughout of that excursion, but I'm meeting everyone. So at that point in time, I think Cephas realized the power that I have in public. At the same time, I was realizing it in the new era of booze. Everywhere I go, I have main character energy, and it's not on purpose. But I realized when Cephas realized, he was like, damn, everybody on you. And I'm like, it's just who I am. It's just who I am. We end up turning up that motherfucking Wet Willies in a way that could only be described as miraculous. It was great. It was great. I bought the bars, bought everybody's drinks, spending $700 on drinks, complimenting all the black people because I said, black people got to stick together. I just came out with a song called Black Boots Noir.
I'm black.
You're what? John, how come you didn't tell me you were black, you lying son of a bitch?
And it was a really, really fucking good night. Now, mind you, on the drunk scale, I was at about a 7, and the trip just started. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, YouTube. The trip just started, and I was already lit boots. But I knew that we had to get to the goddamn gay terminal at 11 o'clock a.m. the next day. So, my assistant on the cruise was supposed to be a particular individual. For the sake of this conversation, we will call her Belisha. Belisha has been a fan of mine for the extent of me being in business. She has rendered her physical presence to a multitude, if not all, events that I put on. And we developed this language of speaking through sound and the bells. And in our private appointment, she was definitely a client that I felt like I understood, someone I trusted, someone who was the definition of what I perceived at the time to be a hardcore Boots fan. Right? And I decided to honor her by paying for an entire cruise with her. And we were to share a joint room on the Carnival cruise. And she was supposed to assist me with my tasks. And I was actually going to pay her for assisting me with those tasks. Yeah. So, and so the next morning rolls around. I'll put a pin in that. The next morning rolls around, and me and Tasha, I go live again, and I steal everything in the Riviera where I like to stay at. You know, I told y'all I was going to. I put all those botanicals in that bag, and I walked the hell up out of there, and we get in the damn car. So me and Tasha, we get in the car, and we're on the way to check into the cruise location. I am in nothing. That's the video that you saw me with that hat in and them underwear, and I'm pumping in my Giuseppe. Everybody give me red heel emojis in the comment section, because those were the shoes I had on the entire trip. You can ask anybody that was with us. Okay. Yeah. I was tiptoeing in my Giuseppe's the entire fucking time. And so I'm tiptoeing, and the check-in process for a cruise, I didn't know what to expect. So again, like I told you guys, when I leave my house, I'm performing. I was in full-fledged Boots, recovering from a night of alcohol, performing mode, right? So everywhere I go, I am a character. I am entertaining you for free. For free. Okay. And I said to myself, I'm gonna do it that way because my fans deserve a show. They're not coming to see Boots at the crib. They're coming to see motherfucking Boots on the ground. Okay. And baby, the Boots was on the motherfucking ground. We tiptoeing, we get on the boat or whatever. Now we had a slight bit of a discrepancy because I had weed on me, right? And I was like, I do not want to carry this weed up in here. So what we do, me and Tasha, we charmed the Uber driver, and we said, we're going to give you some money to hold on to this weed and bring it back to the boat when I get off that month, right? Right. So we end up going to the motherfucking goddamn ATM, giving him some money or whatever. And at that time, we were going to go get Belisha. But Belisha, it sounded like she had a club or something in the background. And she says, we asked her to send an address, and Belisha don't send no address. I should have known then. I should have known then it was gonna be some shit. Well, anyway, we get to the boat or whatever. We're on the boat. Me and Tasha check in. We're good to go. We meet the cruise coordinator, and we go to well, our room wasn't ready initially, so I go initially straight up to the bar. Right? And then I see Miss Terry and her two boys, two of my squad people who decided to come on the cruise with me. Mind you, I'm tiptoeing in my Giuseppe's. I'm a little tipsy, and my drink of choice the entire trip was a shot of bourbon and a pina colada. It was. I see Terry Joe, I see Hope from last night, and I get it with the cruise coordinator, and I get escorted to the room. As soon as I get to the room, Belisha already in there. I should have known then it was gonna be some shit. Because how the hell you missed the Uber that was supposed to come get you and you beat me to the room? I didn't understand. So we get to the room. It's me, Yvonne, who's the cruise coordinator. I don't remember if anybody else was in there, but Yvonne is getting me situated. You know, Yvonne has an itinerary. Yvonne has set up dinners. Yvonne has sculpted the trip around us having excursions and things to do. Shout out to Yvonne once more. But after Yvonne gets me together, I take my Ozempic, and Belisha is on the phone with, it appears to be her homegirl.
It's upsetting me.
And again, I'm intoxicated. I'm loud as hell. I'm meeting our neighbors. I'm injecting myself with Ozempic. I'm taking my Lexapro. I'm in a great mood. We meet the neighbors. I haven't yet seen Dakari. I'm supposed to be getting myself prepared because within an hour, we're supposed to be at dinner on the backside of the ship, right? Okay, so as Yvonne leaves to take our kids to camp, because those kids became my kids before the end of the trip, as Yvonne leaves to take my kids to camp, I'm left in a room with Belisha. I should have known then it was going to be some shit. Here's where things get weird. Okay. She brings up my old assistant, a wound that is not yet healed, because she was my assistant for 4 years and I treated her very well. In the fashion that she brought her up to me, she's bringing up some personal information between me and my assistant that triggered the fuck out of me. Now, mind you, I was already tiptoeing in Giuseppe's, so my personality was tiptoeing on her at the time. And I'm starting to question, why are you bringing this up right now? And it calls, and she takes my phone, she goes live with my phone out. But see, I'm the realest bitch. I grabbed my phone, and I don't know if you guys were on that live video, but I grabbed my phone back and I put it on her, because forget what the hell you holding. People need to see who's talking about this shit. Right. So 3 hours go by of us sitting in there. Now, mind you, I'm supposed to be at dinner at 1 o'clock p.m. Right now, I didn't go nowhere with her initially. It was, I get up with her inside the room, and then I find out that she has a walker with her. And I'm like, okay, why do you need a walker, sis? You're supposed to be assisting me. I'm not supposed to be, handicapping you through this trip. I did not know that that's what we had agreed to, but okay, let's go or whatever. Now, mind you, I'm turned up. I already done said some distasteful things on the live video because I was turned up, but I wanted y'all to see how and who was the culprit of that type of behavior. At this point in time, I want to say I am apologetic to my old assistant, because the things that came out of my mouth were, in fact, because of fuel added to me by somebody whose intention was to turn me up. And because of the protection spell that I casted, it was exposed in a way that I no longer coerced with her on that boat. You understand? Okay, I want to make that very clear. I am apologetic, not for our previous circumstance, but for rehashing it in the way that I did in the public. That was unclassy of me, and I definitely do apologize. However, empathy, I hope you have, because I wasn't thinking about you, girl. I wasn't. It was brought up by way of somebody whose intention was to trigger me. And unfortunately, my perception at the time was not involved in checking for that. I was checking for making sure a fan that I paid for to go on this cruise is having a good time. Okay. We finally get to dinner. I'm so late, they're not even serving no more. She's tiptoeing into the dinner. Okay. Almost like she turned into a different persona, right? She tiptoes into the dinner. I greet all of my fans. We're having a good time, but they can tell something wrong with their boots, right? They can tell. And you know my remedy, drinks all around. Drinks all around. Now, mind you, at the dinner, everybody was cool. Even though I was turned up, I metered my energy. Everybody was cool. I'm greeting Robin and Stacy. I see Terry. Yvonne is there. We got Hope there. We got motherfucking KJ, who pissed me off on with her 2 kids there that I get to see grow up. We got a picture from when they was 5, now they 12, and they some bad baby girls. Yes, we got Yvonne's mother that is over there, and we got Dakari and Husby, and now we got a new squad member by the name of Best Friend. We all are there. We all have camaraderie, and it feels great. It feels great. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody. Tasha was there. And we're ready. Having a good time. After that, they said, Boots, where you finna go? I said, we all finna go to the bar. We all go to the bar except for Belisha. Where is Belisha? I sat at that bar for 5 hours. Everybody was like, Boots, we need to get up and go. I said, no, because she's my assistant, and we said we was going to the bar. We told her what bar to go to, and I'm going to wait for her to get here. I was going to wait for her to get to this bar. Couldn't nobody move me. Now, at that time, there were random people walking up to me. Tammy, you just a forget-me-not child, honey, because I forget your name in our appointments. I don't forgot your name on this damn boat, and I forgot to mention you here. But Tammy, I love you, and you know that, okay? And you know that. So one thing leads to another. Everybody's like, where is Belisha? Okay, where is she at? You know what I'm saying? Where is she at? Next thing you know, the bar closes. Okay, now mind you, I didn't even think a bar closes on a goddamn cruise ship, but apparently it does. Okay. And so now I mind you, on the drunk scale, I'm at about a 9.1 right now. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Yvonne don't know what my room number is either, but I do know what floor it's on, and I do know what area it's in. So the whole squad, we squatted up, squad, we yelling through the highways, trying to find where my room is. Here come Belisha. Belisha opens up the door and she shushes everybody. One thing you'll learn about me, I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like being patronized either. Don't shush me like a child. Okay, as soon as she did that, I said, bitch, where the hell have you been with my shit? I need my bag with my ID, with my card, with my passport, with all of my shit in there. I go up in there, and so I go up in my room. I sit in the chair. I sit down, and the squad comes in too. I thought it was all of us, but it was only 5 of us that was in that room. Now, mind you, I said, everybody come in and make yourself comfortable. Belisha says, no, I just sanitized everything and ran Bootzé a bath. First of all, who the hell told you to run me a bath? She literally told the squad that they can't sit down in a room that I'm paying for her to be in, right? Now, mind you, she got a bell, the same bell that she brought to every meet and greet, set up there on the table. She got my clothes hung up in the closet. She got a candle burning, I think in the corner to my left. And I'm just asking her, girl, where have you been? That's all I want to know. Where have you been? You were supposed to be assisting me after I cradled you to get to a meet and greet that I was 3 hours late for, right? She was like, oh, I was just getting everything ready for you. I was sanitizing. I was blessing. I was doing all of these things. I ran you a bath. And I'm like, why did you do all of these things? Now, mind you, she done turned me up already. Now you had my stuff for 4 hours. I don't know where you are, right? The squad is standing by the door because she's telling them that they can't sit down because she just sanitized the place. But the squad had my back. They wanted to make sure mother was good. You know what I'm saying? From that point, as I'm coming at her, she deflects to Tamala, whatever your name is, stepchild, okay, and asks her, are you pregnant? How far along are you? Tamala is not pregnant at all, okay? Not at all. So for her to ask her that, even if she was just drinking at dinner with us, so you should assume that she was not pregnant. But, you know, the squad gonna do what the squad gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So it was a literal deflection of me coming at her, right? So the next thing you know, after their little altercation or whatever, I just get this overwhelming vibe to get the fuck out, right? So I said, okay, I need my bag and I got to go, right? I said, I need my bag. Where's my bag? I said, squad, go through this place and get my stuff. Every last person was looking under stuff, in stuff, opened up closets. Wasn't no bathwater ran. They went up in there, okay? And they're getting all of my stuff. I said, wait, where is my black YSL bag? And everybody's looking around, including her. Like, where is it? I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. All of a sudden, she says, oh, opens up a cabinet, and my bag is in the cabinet. But you didn't know where my bag was. At that moment, I said, oh, no, we got to get up. I had to get up and get me a new room, right? I said, baby girl, you can stay here. You can stay here. You can enjoy the bamboos. You can enjoy the festivities. Get up with us later. You know, come to the events that Yvonne has scheduled. But I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? At that point, everybody was like, "Oh my God!" Like we're freaked the fuck out. Like we didn't know what
it's
the fuck.
upsetting me in my home, girl, because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to what the hell could you go?
We didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just knew I needed to get me a new room, and I didn't give a fuck if I had to sleep in the corner of the Titanic that motherfucking day. I was gonna get me another room. Okay. Now, when I go down there to get me another room, mind you, I'm performing the whole time. All eyes are on me. I'm visibly upset. And let's just say, when you are a character like that, people treat you a certain type of way. And so I don't remember who was with me, if it was Yvonne or if it was Tasha or both of them. No, it was Terry, wasn't it? Anyway, they go down there to make sure that I got a room, but the way that the security guard was talking to me, I was really finna go off on that phone. Okay? He was like, so what's the problem? Like holding his dick and shit. And I was like, bro, I hope I ain't got to take these Giuseppe's off and whoop your motherfucking ass. A light bulb went off while he was talking to me. Oh, nigga, you want to fuck? Like, it's the way he was talking. Like, it could have been taken, like, aggressively, or I want to, like do something to you. So I was like, oh, this nigga want to fuck. Now, mind you, all of this is happening back to back, bro. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So he's like, okay, I got to go talk to her, and then I can see about getting you a new room. I said, what the fuck you got to talk to her for? I'm the one paying for everything. Right? Like, what the fuck you got to talk to her for? I'm the one that paid for all this shit. Like, no, get me another room. I'll pay for another room. I'm rich. Bitch. You know? But then I realized, oh, yeah, go over there and talk to her. Go talk to her. Right. So one thing led to another. He comes back. He tells me that she said that we're having romantic issues. She tells that security guard we're having a lover's quarrel. I said, nigga, look at me. Get me my own room right now. He said, no problem. They didn't even charge me for the fucking room. But when we get to the room,
Somebody rockin'
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
after that, I left my balcony room, okay? And I realized that I'm in a dormitory with no windows. I had to call the cruise coordinator, and I said, I'm coming up there to sleep with you. I'm in your bed. Okay, I'm not sleeping. And the cruise coordinator was like, well, you should just go get your room and put her in that room. And I was like, no, she's still been a hardcore fan for this long. So now I'm not going to do that, bro. Like, let her have that room. I'm going to stay on the couch of Yvonne's penthouse suite. Right? Didn't mind it all. Woke up to beautiful children's laughter, reading her mother in a beautiful way. Yeah. And that morning, we had to go to the Bahamas. We were supposed to be going gallivanting through the Bahamas or whatever. So I go downstairs. I gallivant for a little bit. I think we had breakfast or whatever. I end up running into Hope, who pulled her some trade that night. Hope pulled her some trade that night. She done pulled her some trade. And we just gallivanted, getting ourselves prepared. But the dark cloud of what transpired is visibly over every member of my group. And it didn't stop us from having a good time, but you could feel it in the atmosphere. Right? At that time, I'm realizing I'm missing a pair of Versace glasses. I realized that I don't have my Lexapro medication either. And I go back to the dorm, we get dressed, and I put on a Gaga Bootzé attire. If you don't know what Gaga Bootzé is, it'll be a video posted soon. It's a attire of me reminiscing to when Lady Gaga first came out and she started wearing meat dresses and shit, right? Now, mind you, I don't have no problem with Belisha coming with us to anything that we do, but I'm not about to handicap you because you don't need that walker. I know for a fact you don't need that walker, because right afterwards, at the dinner, you was up dancing and stuff. At the dinner, you was walking around the table acting as if it was your meet and greet. So, you know, you needed a wheelchair, needed a walker, all of these things. Now, mind you, Yvonne has created an itinerary for me. And we were supposed to get off the boat and go to the Bahamas or whatever. Now, I didn't know this until that day, but she kept arguing with Yvonne about taking a private limousine service around the Bahamas. stranger fucking danger. This is a foreign country that does not take well to batsy boys. I'm doing everything that Carnival says that I'm going to do. Right? Now, up and through this, I'm going live. I'm posting some things, but I'm not coherent enough at this point in time to know what visual stuff I posted from the day before. I look at it and I'm like, holy shit, I was turned the fuck up, bitch. Like, goddamn, let me delete my whole Instagram story. It would not delete for 6 hours because my reception was so bad, because the room I paid for the Wi-Fi in, she in. Right? So she's saying she got all these excursions planned for us. Now, mind you, we paid for the Carnival package, so we go to the goddamn beach and mind our fucking business. Beautiful experience. Beautiful experience. The Bohemian girls never seen a nigga bitch up in geeks like me before. And again, I'm tiptoeing in Giuseppe's. I'm in Giuseppe's the whole time. Okay. There wasn't a time until the last night that I wasn't in Giuseppe's, bitch. I'm tiptoeing through the Bahamas as a batsy boy in Giuseppe's. They're talking shit. We hear stuff. We hear insults. And my squad, for the first time, learned how strong I am. It don't faze me. I pump. I mind my business. And it's a mixture of the locals, like, insulting me and tourists cheering and clapping for me. It was the most interesting vibration I think I've ever shared with my squad in the flesh. Okay. I think Terry over here, she said she let you twerk with the walker while she was dancing. It was used as a prop. I agree. At this point, I don't know what the fuck. And shout out to all of my clients who I have at 12 o'clock. I'm going to push y'all back just a little bit so I can get through with this. Y'all have been pushed back for 2 weeks, and I'm really grateful. Thank you. Thank you. So at that point, I'm hot. At that point, I realized I'm at about a 9.5 on the drunk meter, okay? And I'm hot. I'm very, very hot. I'm not used to being body temperature hot. Not only am I hot, I'm feeling everybody's everything, staying focused on the path ahead of me and the people that were around me in my squad, keeping me grounded, being immersed in the world as a nigga bitch up in geese, but a nigga bitch up in geese. You know what I'm saying? We get to the private island in the Bahamas. I don't get any content. The first thing I do is I throw myself in those clear waters and I wash myself clean. It was almost a spiritual thing because I felt like there was so much energy on me from what I was experiencing. I had another 48 hours of experiencing it that Mama Wata washed me clean. First thing I did. Then you know what I got? I got a pina colada and a shot of bourbon. Yes, I did. 2 sips in the pina colada, I'm passed out on the beach. Sleep. I wake up to the sound of that same client who was on the phone at the beginning of the motherfucking thing that kind of forewarned me for this debauchery going off, just running her mouth. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay. I don't know what KJ was motherfucking talking about, but she was just running her mouth. And Terry they were doing ping pong because KJ would contradict herself with some things that she thought she said that made me uncomfortable because I already checked her. And Terry was like, "No, bitch, you just said something else." And I was like, "Terry, leave her alone. Just everybody shut her up." Lord have mercy. So I end up tiptoeing across the way and chilling with the husbands and the gay boys who went with me with Tasha on the cruise. And we're just all recapping the thing. I about drowned in the pool about 12 times. I was faking it because, again, I'm performing every step of the way. Children are liking me. All these kids are running up to me, hugging me, taking pictures. I'm doing all the things. Then it's time to go. We go, we tiptoe, we do our thing. We get back on the boat. Mind you, I'm hot, I'm drunk, I'm tired. I go right back to Yvonne's room because I would be damned if I stayed in that dormitory. I felt like that dormitory was possessed. I do. So I use that dormitory as a changing room, right? All my stuff is in that dormitory and I use it as a changing room. I haven't heard nothing from Belisha all day. We're just recapping the day prior to. But mind you, I didn't have a problem with her attending other events. I'm just not going to be with you, right? Right. I don't know the conversations that are happening in the chat. I'm drunk. I'm living my life, and I do not micromanage my group. Okay, do what you want to do. If you want to go over there, you do whatever. But I'm going to do what Yvonne told me to do. Okay. One thing leads to another. I change clothes. I go back up there to Yvonne's room, and we hear over the intercom. Over the intercom.
Do you want me to bring the receipt? Do I need to bring the receipt?
No.
We hear over the intercom. Belisha, where are you? We are pulling off. Belisha, where are you? We are pulling off. Mind you, there's like 1,000 people on this cruise ship. 1,000 people. The captain comes over the announcements and says, Belisha, where are you? Belisha, where are you? Bitch, I get in that damn squad cruise chat. I said, did they just... At that point, I removed Belisha from all of my organizations. I removed Belisha from all of my groups. I took her out that chat. I blocked her phone number. Go. Go. Now, mind you, one of the girls, Hope, who was at the meet and greet the night before, she wasn't in the room with us when we had our interaction. So Hope at this time is getting private conversations with Belisha that we aren't privy to. But Hope has compassion, you know. So, and I didn't want Belisha to feel ganged up on, but Belisha lost her access to Boots in the way she thought she was gonna have. Right? But she wasn't blocked until I heard the captain go over the intercom. Mind you, she has bohemian connections. So we thought she just stayed her ass on the boat, like on the island. Come to find out, y'all, she never got off. Come to find out, Belisha was the one who told the captain that Belisha was missing so that the captain will make an announcement because she felt ignored by our group. We didn't get that clarity until Hope started to spill the beans. Now, mind you, Hope's and everybody who's on this cruise loyalty is to me because I've changed their lives so much so that they're taking a Carnival cruise just to touch the hem of my garment. So when they came over the intercom, that's when I was like, no, get her far, far away. Upon going back to change again, we find that she has put a devil's root in my suitcase, as well as her bell that she's been ringing for the past 10 years around any event that I've done in my suitcase as well. Well, I ain't gonna say no names, but one of my trusted witches in my coven took that shit and threw it over. At that point in time, it turned from, okay, minor inconvenience of disrespect to, oh no, this bitch is crazy. This bitch really wanted to possess me. Upon coming back, she began to call me a concubine as her word. You know what a concubine, if you think about what a concubine is, it's really scary, bro. It's really scary. It's really scary what she was trying to do. Like, this was her shot at trying to do what she was trying to do. And if you a witch or even a voodoo Haitian practitioner, you know what she was trying to do. At that point, the dark cloud got a little darker with my group. And yet, we're still on a cruise. We're still having a good time. I'm still passing out business cards. And we still have some more excursions. So that night, I don't know if that was that night or the night before, but I turn up the karaoke bar. We turn up the piano lounge. I'm minding my business. It's fun. But it's still that energy very much so prevalent on the cruise ship. But a time was still fucking had. It was still fucking had. Right? The next day, get here. Right now, that night I spend the night, I got sick. I don't remember what happened. I think I got sick at dinner because the cruise ship started moving again. And the day before it was docked. And I got a little motion sick or whatever. So I go downstairs back to the dorm because I didn't want to be in Yvonne's room because she was at dinner with her family. It was the Last Supper and Mother was not at the Last Supper. I was at the Last Supper for like 5 minutes. I hugged everybody and then I felt so ill and hot and bothered. I ended up being left in that dormitory to go to sleep to mind my business. I ended up yelling at the top of my lungs for help because I felt like I was having a stroke. They come down there, they put IVs, they hooked me up. The medics on that boat, you are great. You are great. You are great. I was in a sense of spiritual panic. I was in a sense of physical panic. I have never been that hot and that drunk for that long, experiencing somebody who's attempting to cast witchcraft on me in the flesh, like in the physical. I'm used to digital attacks, but I saw your roots, girl. I saw them. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that protection spell I casted beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, we could have all been kidnapped in the Bahamas, siphoning our blood for your ritual. Like, that shit is real. Another part that saved me too is I am such a spectacle that if I wasn't on that boat, everybody would know. Everybody would have known. So yeah, that night I crashed early. I get medical attention. Yvonne is coming back and forth to check on me like I'm one of her kids, and I'm having nightmares. I'm talking about lucid nightmares. I'm seeing shadow figures. I'm in between dimensions. I am timeline jumping. Every gift that I had was not my own. I'm having sleep paralysis. I'm very lucid of my experience, but unconscious of my body in that moment. And my grounding force was Yvonne coming back to check on me. And I'm like, I have to ask the question, are you real? And she was like, that's what schizophrenics ask and shit like that. But I'm diagnosable. But it's a fine line between genius and crazy. And I straddle the line of genius, you know that. But ask Yvonne, ask her. I had to ask her. I said, are you real? Are you a real person? And you can ask her. She's in the chat. Ask her. Are you real? Because I was out of it. I was out. I was gone. And I didn't really come back until I hear the alarm go off that it's time to go and everybody's supposed to debark the cruise. I actually didn't get back until my bag got back here. That'll be honest with you. I don't know the entities or the deities that I was shown, but I've been shown great vision. And I've been trying to dissect it ever since. And I will. But first, I need to plug up YouTube so that you guys don't pass out. Give me one moment. Okay, let me just check their angle real quick. YouTube, I hope you're still watching. It says that you are. I just do not see where you are. Oh, there you go. Hey, babies. Yeah. Hey, babies. Okay. All right. So again, I'm having this transcendent spiritual moment in a dormitory of a ship. The next morning I wake up and, you know, they put those little receipts that are located on your doors to let you know all of your expenses that you inquired on the cruise. I see $1,600 worth of spa services. $1,600 worth of spa services on a Carnival cruise that was already paid for. I never went to the spa. It was charged to the room. The same room that I left her in, being nice, being generous. And she ran up a $1,600 spa bill on the day that the captain went over the intercom to say where she was at. $1,600. At that point in time, I hit up Tasha. It was time for us to go. I'm showing Tasha my receipts. And she was like, you never went to no spa, girl. We was with you the whole time. Like, and then her light bulb went off. Then I put it in the squad chat, cruise chat. And I was like, look at this, y'all. At the cusp of everything, she steals from me. She steals from me at the cusp of everything. At that point, it was time to go. I didn't have time to be upset. I'm hungover. I just have this intoxicating spiritual moment. And we had to debark. We had to get off the boat. And it's very difficult getting off a Carnival's cruise ship boat. That's my only critique. Make the exit a little easier. Okay. I didn't really process how I felt about it, I kind of just put it in the file cabinet and says, I can't worry about that. I got to go home. I'm ready to go home. Just get me to my safe space. Let's go home or whatever. I tiptoed back. The same Uber driver had my weed. He picked us up. Yep. And me and my guardian angel, Tasha, we get ourselves to the airport. Now, I'm trying to go home earlier than 3:00 p.m. I try to get a standby flight at 11:00 a.m. I wasn't able to get that flight, but the squad crews is telling me that certain people are in the airport. So what do? I go live, and I'm motivated by y'all that says keep going. I'm highly emotional. I am not the self that you see right now, and I book it to say goodbye to the cruise coordinator and the boys who were on the cruise. Also, who was on the cruise is my girl, Chakoya. Chakoya does not like people. She does not like crowds. Chakoya was on that cruise with her nigga. And every single night, I went to Chakoya's room to hug her and tell her that I loved her. Every single night. Every single night. Every single night. I did. Chakoya was never with the whole group, but I always made an effort to go see Chakoya. So I booked it to see the boys. I booked it to see Gemini, but it was too late. I missed Chakoya before she got on her plane. And I didn't get to see her at the airport. So Chakoya, I didn't forget you. You just weren't with us. And I didn't forget you either, Tamala. Thank you, girls, for being on the cruise too. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going through the airport. I'm going through the Notions. I get to Charlotte. I try to get my bag. My bag is not there. My bag is not there. I go live again, trying to get my bag. I'm at the airport for another 3 hours where my car is valeted. I can easily drive home, so I do. I drive home. They told me to call this number. I called that number. They say I need to be there in person. So I get here. I get adjusted. I still feel like I'm in cruise mode, though. I'm not really fully back. You know, like it was so much that went on that I'm just trying to process everything, you know, from a spiritual, physical, mental standpoint. And I was off my meds. I did not have my prescriptions. That's the only thing that was not on me that I needed. My jewelry was on me, and I'm missing some Versace glasses. That's the only thing that didn't make it back. So I drive back down there. I put a spell out in the air when I got back for the safe return of my bag. My bag got back the next day. I go through my bag outside of my house, and the only thing that was left in there was a strand of her hair. A strand of her hair was left in a zipper part in my bag. And that's why my bag couldn't come back to me. It couldn't come back initially because I just would have brought it in the house. My house is protected. I'm protected. So I'm going through the bag. I don't see nothing crazy. So I go through the small compartment on the inside, and it's a strand of her hair in that bag. Unfortunately, the suitcase didn't make it back inside. That suitcase and that hair all got burned up. Okay. When I got my bag back, I still wasn't fully back, but I went live, and I'm telling y'all the notions I'm going through. I needed to get my medication. I went live with you guys for that process. And then yesterday was my rejuvenation day. It's my renewal day, and I'm still processing everything that I experienced. That is the sum of the squad cruise of hell that I went on. And it has inspired me to do it once a year. I thought long and hard about it. The vibrations of energy were exacerbated in multitudes. You understand? The good was great. The bad was demonic, right? It was my first cruise. It was the first time I performed for that long. Like for 5 days straight. Like the good times were so great that they're not worth talking about. They were so sentimental. They were so cherished. They were so nourishing to my spirit. And I have things to talk about for the next 3 years based upon those 3 days. Like it was great. It was epic. It was a test of my magic. It was an eye-opening experience as to who I am as a person and how I'm perceived, not only by fans, but people who don't know me, friends, and prior to that, even family. there's an adjustment of my crown that took place on this cruise that needed to happen. And for that, I'm grateful for the administrators of the lessons that I endured, even though I never want to see you again. Never. Post-cruise, of course, you know, you're always the bad guy when you don't get what you want from me. So there was some attacks. There were attacks coming for myself, coming for the people that were on the boat. There's no love lost from me. I appreciate the lesson that you brought me, but your intentions weren't pure, or we would have had a purely good time. To the witches in my coven that were on the cruise, I told you guys to keep your identity incognito. Thank you for casting and keeping me magically sound while I was on that. To the strangers that I met, you're not strangers anymore. Welcome to my community, bitch. Yes. To familiar people that came to see me at the meet and greet, Natalia, who never misses me coming to Miami. Thank you. Thank you. To the staff of Carnival, I was a lot, and you handled me. Oh, you handled me very, very well. To God for allowing me to experience with the lack of connectivity to my cell phone so I could really take in everything that was going on. And to that Disney that I took.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Even ass, we be eating niggas ass today in London. Period. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched.
I'm going to sue you for rape because I do not remember the experience. But I think I swallowed it though.
Show some respect.
To my squad, my wasp nest. Yo, y'all don't play when it come to me, because every cent that she stole was donated back by y'all within 48 hours. And as of today, I finally feel a bit coherent enough to entertain you in the month of July. I want to say thank you for your patience to my clients, even the clients I'm still making wait. Because I had to get this out before I took in any of your business. Thank you for your patience with me. It's been about a week that you've been waiting on me, but you don't have to wait any longer. I'm back. And it was definitely a blessed fucking trip. It was definitely a blessed fucking trip. Now, the month of July, I ain't going out of goddamn place. Okay. The month of July, my plants missed me, my yard missed me, my waters that I have here missed me, my pets missed me, my land missed me, the air here missed me, my magic here missed me. Okay. And I really got to take care of home while I'm away. So I think I'm going to utilize a website called House Sitters because I can't go away that long. Everything was drooping. The yard was sad. I mean, I came back and it was like that demonic presence followed me. Crows greeted me when I got back. I don't talk to crows. But it's funny because I did post a meme about like when a witch arrives, you know it because there's a bunch of crows in the air or whatever. What a journey. Not just this. This was probably when Oprah asked me what is the craziest fan experience you've ever had, this will be what I talk about. Yeah. And I just want to finish thanking everyone, but including my old staff. You didn't deserve half the things that came out of my mouth when I was on that boat. For anybody who witnessed it, that wasn't on you. That was on me. And I will own that part. I had my guard down around somebody I thought was a hardcore fan. And I let her get to me, and that made me say some things that I do regret saying. So I don't know if it got back to them. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I just wanted to put that out there because you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve it. So I do apologize for that. Now, in moving forward, the next event that I will be at will be in Chicago. I take that back. It might be Vegas. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to Cowboy Carter or not yet. If I do decide, it'll be a meet and greet in Vegas, but the tickets won't drop until like next Friday, so I have time to think about it. But Chicago, Detroit, Vegas, and motherfucking St. Louis is still on the roster, and we're going to do Christmas in Barbados this year. Yeah. So I am indeed outside. Again, anybody who was on that cruise with me, stranger, friend, foe, post your content in the Squad Cruise chat if you can, or tag me. And if you met me, tag me and stuff. I'm putting together a post. I'm trying to get all the content together and use AI to generate what would feel like what it felt like. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to do it. And for those of you guys that was there, what a hellishly good time. What a hellishly good time. Yeah. Let's wrap up the show and get to work. I have 5 clients today. And then I don't know, bro. Like, what is Charlotte doing? Like, should I go out? A part of me still feels like I have the outside bug from the cruise. I'm going to close the show. Again, if you purchase, everything's 50% off today. Let me close the show.
Selling cars, bitches ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yo, thank you so much for getting into the cruise recap. I thank you for the reflections that you allowed me to render and the time that you gave me off to render it. It was definitely one for the Squad history books. Again, thank you, whatever your part in that experience was, for being a part of it. I appreciate it. I'm back at work. Yes. What does that mean for you? Well, as of right now, for the next 3 days, for the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and for the 3 days I was on that cruise, it will represent. You can use code RENEW, that's RENEW, for anything located on my website. That includes readings, private appointments, booking passes, new client applications, spells, music, incantations, sigils, and of course, meditations. It also works for my beautiful products as well. My product line, the Noir collection, is located on Shop Bootzé. That's ShopBootz.com. And it does take 50% off of all orders on Shop Bootzé today. Okay. And if you do have a booking pass from May or from June, you are able to use that booking pass today. The new booking pass will drop in July with the on Monday with the rendering of a new newsletter. So to keep you guys abreast on everything that has gone on in this motherfucker.
You got mail.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm back in the studio. I'm working with the sheriff's department. Your boy girl is back. I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling renewed. And I'm grateful for the reflection of this experience I've had with you. Let us pray and finish off this week together as we didn't start it off together. Well, we did in the airport. We did. And for future notice and for future reference, YouTube and Facebook, every time I do a show, you will be a part of it. Yes. But Instagram, you will only be the only platform that gets my candid activity. Okay. Before I pray, I'll say this. I was having a breakdown processing the experience. And I called my mother over here, and she's a good mom. She came running. Yeah, she came running. And we had this intimate time in my bed, just talking. I accidentally went live during that time. I was going to go live after she left, but the live went on while we were having the conversation. That's my real life. And Thank you for bearing witness to it, those of you who did. That's the conversations y'all don't hear. The conversations that have to happen to keep me strong enough to bear the burden of all of your concerns and still live my life. So thank you for being witnesses to that. Anytime that there's a witness to something that you experience, it is amplified in power. So you guys were witnesses to that. And if that was you, I would love to see just brown hearts in the comment section if you heard what was being portrayed at that time. I'm a character, yes, but I'm a person too. And I'm your little brother, but I'm also as wise as your grandma. I'm grateful for this experience, and I can't wait to get back to fucking work. Use the tip jar this week. I'm going to get to my clients. Let us pray. God of the universe, God of love, God of light, source. Thank you. Thank you so much. And as I sit in gratitude, allow my audience to have the infectious energy of gratitude upon their livelihoods. For everything happens for us. So whatever it happens for, I'm grateful for the understanding, whether it is in the moment or forthcoming. For ourselves and for others, we are benevolent. For our foes and those who are against us, we are malevolent. And I ask for power in both regards. Thank you for the strength of my community brought together by digital means. And I will continue to show up as religiously as they'll have me. Have an excellent 4th of July. Don't eat too much. Take care of yourselves until we see each other again. I'll see you live on Monday. Unless I feel like going candid. A bitch is back. And clients, stand by. See you guys later. Peace. I love you. Bye, guys. I love you.